Have you ever felt like your AI assistant is, well, brilliant but kind of lazy? It's got all this power, but it just sits there, waiting for you to give it an order. Well, today we're going to look at a project that wants to flip that script completely. We're talking about memU, an AI framework that's all about giving our digital helpers a memory so they can finally start thinking ahead.
I mean, it's a great question, isn't it? We built these incredibly powerful tools, but the whole relationship still feels very one-sided. We ask, it answers. We tell it to do something, it does it. And that basic dynamic is what's holding AI back from being a real, proactive partner in our lives. And that's the heart of the problem we're exploring today. We're all stuck in what you could call the AI waiting game. The goal is to move past this world of just reactive replies and into a future where our AI can actually be a proactive partner. So what does that change even look like?
Well, the difference is pretty huge. Over on the left, that's the AI we have now. It's reactive, it completely forgets who you are between chats, and trying to keep it on all the time would cost a fortune. But on the right, that's the dream, an AI that actually anticipates what you need, that understands your goals, and that can stay on 24/7 without breaking the bank. That's the leap we're talking about. So, how do we get there? This is where memU comes into the picture. It's a whole new framework designed from the ground up to give AI a memory that doesn't just store facts, but actively tries to figure out what you're going to need next. The core idea here is something called proactive memory. And no, it's not just a bigger hard drive. Think of it as an always-on system that's constantly watching, learning from what you do, and building a picture of your actual goals. And the key part, the absolute game changer, is without explicit commands. The AI starts doing things for you simply because it gets you. Mem really stands on three big pillars. First, it's a 24/7 agent. It never sleeps, it never forgets. Second, it's built specifically to capture your intentions, not just the words you type, but the why behind them. And third, and this is so important for it to be useful in the real world, it's cost efficient. It caches what it learns so it doesn't have to start from zero every single time. Okay, that's enough theory. What does this actually feel like to use? Let's jump into a couple of examples where you can really see the magic. All right, let's start with a universal pain point for pretty much everyone, the inbox. We all waste so much time just managing email. Now imagine an agent that goes way beyond just filtering spam. Just look at this. This is the kind of thing we're talking about. The agent already knows who your important contacts are. It's learned what a routine request looks like for you, and it's already written the replies. It didn't just sort your mail, it did your work. That's a massive step up. Okay, let's try another one. Maybe you're a researcher, or a student, or really just anyone who has to keep up with a ton of information in a specific field. You know that feeling of being totally overwhelmed? What could a proactive agent do for you? I mean, come on, this is just fantastic, right? The agent didn't just search for a topic, it knows your specific research is on RAG optimization. It even remembers authors you've cited before. This isn't a search engine, it's a personalized research assistant that finds the stuff that matters to you before you even know to look for it. So you're probably wondering, how in the world does it pull all this off? It sounds super complex, but the thinking behind it is actually pretty clever and elegant. Let's pop the hood and take a quick look at the engine that's driving all this. So this is what they call the proactive memory lifecycle. It kicks off with a trigger, like a new email arriving. The agent then plans an action and does it. But here's the secret sauce. It memorizes what happened. And then, this is the crucial step. It uses that new memory to predict what you might need next. That prediction then gets fed right back into the loop, creating this cycle of acting, learning, and anticipating that just gets smarter and smarter over time. Now, to do this without costing a fortune, memU uses this really slick dual-mode system. You can think of it like this. For the quick, real-time stuff, it uses a cheap and super-fast RAG retrieval. That's like its short-term memory. But for the heavy lifting, the deep thinking, like predicting which research paper is perfect for you, it calls in the big guns, a full LLM. It's all about using the right tool for the job to perfectly balance speed, cost, and raw intelligence. So let's zoom out. What's the big picture here? We're not just talking about building a slightly smarter chatbot. This move from reactive to proactive AI could fundamentally change our entire relationship with technology. Our tools are on the verge of becoming true collaborators. And look, this isn't just a cool idea on a whiteboard. The numbers show that it actually works. On a benchmark called Locomo, which is designed to test these exact kinds of tasks, memU hit an average accuracy of over 92%.
That tells us that reliable, proactive AI isn't science fiction anymore. It's an engineering problem that's being solved right now.
And all of this leaves us with a really fascinating and kind of profound question to think about. When our tools get this good at anticipating our needs, drafting our emails, finding our research, handling our tasks, where does our work actually end and their work begin? That line is starting to get really blurry, and it points to a future that's going to be incredibly exciting to navigate.